This meeting is being recorded.
Hey guys, it's Joette with BalloonCoach, and today we are recording in June of 2023. Liz Romani with PremiumConwin is going to be sharing information and a demo on my favorite piece of inflation equipment. If you hear directions every once in a while in the background, I'm currently on the road. I'm going from New Jersey to New York for this summer's BalloonCoach summer tour. And so if you'd like to see me in one of those areas that I'm going to, go to BalloonCoach.com, and there's a video that tells you about each one of our locations, the kind of business that you get to visit. And what we're doing is at each stop, I ask people what they want to work on, and that's what we do. We're talking a lot about business and networking, but in the back of the van right here, we have a PremiumConwin Twin-Air Sizer II. That is one of my favorite inflators. I've had it since 2015 or 16 when they first came out. And it has inflated thousands and thousands of 260s for parade workshops that we held both in Chicago and in Orlando. I use it every year at Balloon Boss Summit in Orlando, November 5th through the 9th is our next session. And Liz Romani is going to be one of our instructors there and allowing you to be able to ask her questions about all the different equipment. And what's great about Summer Tour and about Balloon Boss Summit is you get the opportunity to put your hands on the equipment, use the different things to see what's going to fit your business best. And as a bonus, if you attend Balloon Boss Summit, in advance, we let you know all the inflators we're going to be using, and you can purchase them from Brody's, who is our sponsor for the tour for the inflation equipment, and get a discount on the products that we're using at the event, and then take that product home with you. So I'm excited that Liz is sharing my favorite tool today, which is the Premium Twin-Air 2, and showing its versatility from 260s to 5-inch to 11-inch and larger rounds. And there's lots of fun tips and tricks in using it. And you can also even put it on a mode where it'll just blow the balloons large for you and it doesn't have to be auto size. So it's a really nice versatile tool. And then last reminder is if you're not a part of our Balloon Boss Mastermind program yet, you can go online to BalloonCoach.com, see where we're going on summer tour, and get a great 2-for-1 special. You get to be in Mastermind for a month, plus come and hang out with us on tour, and then stay as long as you like if you want. It's not a contract. So Liz, are you ready to show us the twin sizer? You need a little bit more time for you.
No, I'm good. I'm ready when you are.
All right. I'm turning it over to you, and I'm going to mute myself so I don't mess things up with the noise in the background from the car. Okay, and then cool. At the end, we'll turn off the recording after Liz answers your questions about the equipment to answer any questions you have about other things in business. But while Liz is on, she's here to talk about the equipment. Awesome. All right, Liz, over to you.
Thank you, Joette. Thank you so much. Jen, if you wouldn't mind, if any questions come up while I'm doing the demonstration, just verbalize them, because I'm on my mobile phone and not my computer, so that you could see properly the demonstration. I can't see any questions that may come up in the chat. So if you could just shout those out at me as we're going along. If anyone has any questions while we're doing this, that would be great. Okay.
You got it. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so yes, I'm Liz with PremiumConwin. Super excited. I know Joette mentioned that the Twin-Air Sizer is her favorite machine. It is also my favorite machine. You guys, this is like the Maserati of air inflating equipment that is also a digital sizer. This machine literally does everything except blow up a helium balloon because it's not gas. But anything air related, this baby is totally 100% capable of handling. So when I first started at Valley Party Supply, when I was managing that store, I actually started out with one of the non-digital sizers. It was a mini cool air, which with one nozzle, and I was perfectly content at the time blowing up my columns. You know, one balloon at a time and sizing it, right? Holding it shut while I got the other one inflated in size so that I could then tie my duplets and get one part of my column done, repeating that step and getting, you know, a quad completed. It wasn't until I really was promoting and really getting involved in the community and showing through Facebook what could be done with balloons, that sales drastically increased. They picked up. I attended workshops with Joette, was selling $7,000 in decor packages, and I knew immediately after having tried the Twin-Air Sizer at Joette's workshop in Chicago, I knew absolutely it was time for an upgrade. I knew I had to, knowing that this thing sized everything and I didn't have to manually, put my balloon into a sizer to get one balloon sized and repeat that process. I knew that this was going to be a total game changer. And you guys, it was like the equivalent of hiring 1.5 people, like actually probably like 2 people. It was so fast, so quick. I was able to more than double my speed. And I was turning out columns in 15 minutes. I mean, it was just like having taken maybe 30 minutes on a column, I was actually able to do it in like 8 minutes. It was that quick. Plus I move fast. So we're going to talk about the Twin-Air Sizer. Like I said, it's like the Maserati of our balloon equipment. Highly recommended if you're doing classic or even organic decor. This thing is phenomenal. So when you order the Twin-Air Sizer II, a lot of people don't know that it comes in this handy carry bag, which is really great. It has a nice, like, sturdy shoulder strap for you to take it on site. If you're needing to do like on-site jobs or bring your equipment with you, it's great for protecting your Twin-Air Sizer because it's a padded insulated bag. When you get it, we're going to open it up together to see what you get. Obviously, you're going to have a little manual with tips, tricks, instructions on how to properly care for your machine. Always highly recommended that you do read that. You will also have a warranty card, you guys. Really important that you go online to PremiumConwin.com and register your equipment because we do offer a 1-year warranty on anything that may go wrong. We can handle it and fix it for you. So it's really important to do that. Okay. It also does tell you that there is there's 2 sides to the piece of equipment. So you can actually, when I say 2 sides, it comes with 2 foot pedals, meaning that you can use the Twin-Air Sizer as a timer function using one side of the machine, or you can use the other foot pedal for the non-timer side. So it would just go as you put your foot on the pedal. It would be reactionary based on the pressure that you put onto the pedal. So it does come with 2 foot pedals, which is actually really handy if you are working with another person. You could actually both be using the machine at the same time. So I could be using the timer function, and when I'm tying, the person on the other side could be using the other foot pedal just to get whatever size they need. So it's just really handy for allowing multiple people to use the machine at the same time. Okay, taking it out of the bag, you can see it has 2 inflation nozzles, so allowing you to inflate 2 balloons at the same time. It also has special nozzle reducers. These are used for 5-inch balloons, and so 5-inch, 9-inch, 7-inch. These are really good for that. And we go even smaller. If you can see this has a reduction head for 160s and 260s. And this machine is so powerful, it will in fact inflate double stuffed 260s, 350s, 5-inch, 11-inch, and up. So anything you need to double stuff, this thing is so powerful and able to do that. All right, we also have a power cord. So I'm going to plug that in for you. Additionally, with each purchase of your machine, you're going to get a bag of replacement nozzles, which is super, super handy, and also a size that will allow you to be inside your foils. The really cool thing about this is even though it's a very powerful machine, right? So you can actually inflate foils. Not super highly recommended because it is powerful and it won't automatically stop when the foil is full. However, the air from this machine is cool, which means if you time it right, and I'm pretty good at doing foils. I know kind of when to take it off when it's full. The air going in is cool air. So when you fill your foil, it's not going to deflate after time because it was warm air that was put into your foil. And that goes the same for latex as well. Because it's made with that cool air technology, your latex will always stay the same size based on temperature changes from inflating with a hot machine and your sizing going down because the air is fluctuating based on the environment. Okay. We're going to plug our machine in. You guys can hear me okay? Okay, awesome. Highly recommended when you're using more of the high-end equipment that you have a dedicated outlet for your inflator. We don't want this sharing power with another inflator, another machine. We want to make sure that because this is a good investment, a big investment for you and your business, we want to make sure that it's properly cared for and that the proper amount of electrical current is going through the machine. So the best way to do that and take care of that is to give this a dedicated line so that it is able to use just what it needs. What was that question?
Is there a cheat sheet to show which nozzle works best for each balloon size?
Oh, so basically, there's not a cheat sheet, but it's very simple. All you do literally is you can tell the different sizes. Let me come closer so you can see this. You can tell this one is for 5-inch. A 5-inch nozzle will fit perfectly over that. And you can see the tapered one here is smaller, allowing you to get inside the necks of the 260s and 160s. So you would use basically every balloon you would just use for this, except for the 5-inch and the modeling balloons. Does that help answer the question? Also, a really cool thing about this piece of equipment, it has a little like timer cheat sheet on the side here, where it tells you on the side here, it has like if your balloon size is 5-inch and you were trying to get it to 4 inches round, it's telling you that you want to use, you want to set your timer setting to 0.6. And obviously you would use, because it's a 5-inch latex, you would want to use the latex nozzle for that. But I do always recommend when you first get your machine to go ahead and test your sizing. And you can do like a little cheat sheet at like 0.4 makes it 3 inches, 0.6 makes it 5 inches. So whatever that is, you have that and your staff can refer to it to get consistent sizing each time. Okay, here we go. All right. So you'll notice here on the machine, you're going to have where the plug is on the side of the plug. It has a spot for the foot pedal that says for timer function only. Okay, so if you're wanting to use the actual digital sizer, this is the side you want your foot pedal to go onto. If you want just continual inflation, you're going to plug your foot pedal into this side. Okay, so because we're going to demonstrate the sizing side, we're going to go ahead and plug this into that size. And the power button, you guys, is really important because a lot of people, when they first get their machine, they turn this on and they get really worried because it might be on all the time and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening. The thing is, the black button underneath the power right here, that's the actual on and off power switch for the machine. So if I turn it on, it's going to wake up my machine. You can see now that my digital display is on, okay? Sometimes this button, the red button, is knocked to the on position. It's very big, it says on and off, and when it's on, it's going to be on no matter what, whether you push the foot pedal or not. So if you turn your machine power on and immediately it turns on, more than likely you've got your red switch turned to on and you just need to turn it off, okay? So This machine is freaking amazing. Like I said, it's capable of inflating like every kind of balloon out there, including bubbles, orbs, foils, latex of every size, modeling balloons. And all you have to do, you guys, is there's a timer side function. Let me see if you can see this. Might have to come closer. 1 second. Can you see this okay? Okay, so here you can see there's an arrow up and an arrow down, and as you push those, the timer is going to change, and that's going to obviously change the size or the output of the amount of air coming out. So it's going to change your size of the balloon, okay? And it's done it goes all the way up to 9.9, but I'm going to show you a little trick here. So as you can see, it's set on 9.9, which allows you to inflate it 9.9 seconds, right? If I press and hold the reset button for 3 seconds, my decimal, hang on. Oh, the decrease button, I'm sorry, the decrease button for 3 seconds, my decimal is going to actually disappear. Did you see that? It reset it to 0.0, which now allows me to inflate past 9.9. I can just keep going and keep going. If I'm inflating like a 5-foot, a cloud buster, a 3-foot, it allows me to go past 9.9, and I can actually now set it for 10 seconds, 20 seconds. So still gives you that timer function. If this is really important, if you're doing like tops of a column and you need to get every single 3-footer exactly the same size. Do you know, I used to think, I didn't realize that this was a little trick where you could remove the decimal. And I used to count the number of 9.9 times I hit the pedal, right? So I'd be like 9.9, what? 9.92. So I'd be like, okay, that was 9.9. So I'm like trying to do this in my head and trying to remember how many times did I inflate that to 9.9 and doing the next one so I could get the right size. You guys, you don't have to do that anymore. This is literally, you can be like, okay, maybe it's 40 seconds to get that size that you need. And you can literally just set it one time and every balloon after that will be exactly the same size. Holy cow. That was mind blowing. I found that out at Balloon Wonderland. Chase actually showed me that because I was like, I went to him in a panic. I didn't work for PremiumConwin at this time. And I was like, oh my gosh, Chase, what happened? My decimal disappeared. And he showed me that trick. And I was like, what? This is a game changer. So guys, all you have to do to get your decimal back is to press that button again, that decrease button, 3 more seconds, and boom, it comes right back and you're back to the 9.9 or whatever size you want. So that's like a fun little hidden feature of the Twin-Air Sizer that is super handy. Like I said, especially when you are doing columns and you need those larger balloons size to the same size. Okay, so handy little trick. I will tell you that trick is only available on the Twin-Air Sizer II. If you have a Twin-Air Sizer and it's not the 2nd edition, I don't think that decimal trick works. So if you're trying it on a Twin-Air Sizer that's not a 2nd edition, you might find that that decimal trick does not work. But if you have a Twin-Air Sizer II, try the decimal trick. You get your column topper sized exactly the same size every time. Great, learning something new. Yay! Okay, so again, it's as simple as increasing or decreasing the size of the balloon. It's as simple as increasing or decreasing the numbers on the screen there. And I just randomly picked a number. And the thing is, guys, it has a counter in it. So it will literally track how many balloons that you have used. If you're doing a large job and you know you have to inflate 800 some odd balloons and you don't want to physically keep track of that or count the bags or know how many popped, maybe you had 5 balloons pop while you were doing this, but you know that you're doing this job off site, right? So you're not going to be in your shop. You need to bring everything pre-inflated. This is a great way to just, every time you hit that pedal, it's going to increase the counter. So it like automatically tracks the inventory that you've used. And you guys, if for some reason you have popped a balloon, all you have to do is hit that decrease button just gently one time, and it will take the counter down by 1. But again, if you press it 3 times, your decimal will disappear. So unless you want your decimal to disappear, just gently tap that decrease button 1 time. But guys, I literally just want to show you how incredibly powerful this is. These are great, like they just fit on with friction. You know, the little reducers. So here's like a 260, right? Obviously, I have that timed more than the balloon itself, but really simple, really easy. Here, I'm going to put 5-inch balloon double stuffed. A regular 5-inch will go down because we don't want to pop the balloon. So got it set to 0.6. We'll just see what it does. Look how easy that is, guys. It's so simple. This is like, this machine here is a total absolute game changer. This increases your business. You guys, you think like this machine is expensive, right? This is, like I said, the Maserati of equipment. Yes, there is a small investment for this, for the Twin-Air Sizer. However, the amount of time that you save, the return on investment, because you can knock stuff out in twice as fast, sometimes even 3 times faster than you were. This thing in 25 hours of doing business, this pays for itself. That is how valuable this piece of equipment is, and how necessary it is for anyone doing, gosh, even organic decor. This thing, if you're double stuffing things, this thing is absolutely phenomenal. So again, it inflates like literally every balloon, right? So here I'm on the timer side. If I flip this over to the other side, now it's just going every time I press, right? Every time I press it. So this is great just for non-timer function. But again, if you're wanting to do those, you know, you've got 10 columns or 10 centerpieces that all require a 16-inch balloon sized to exactly the perfect size, you know, or a 32-inch balloon that needs to be sized exactly the same size. Just pop it over to the timer function, take the decimal off, increase in seconds. So it could be 30 seconds or 50 seconds, whatever that size is that you want. And you don't have to stop every time at 9.9. It's a freaking game changer. Get your decor professional looking, accurately sized every single time. So this is literally my favorite piece of equipment. There is also, like if anything was to ever, like a fuse was to blow, it comes with a hidden little section right under the plug that has a fuse box. You can actually open that and replace the fuse. There's a replace. It's so simple, you guys. And again, if you ever are experiencing any issues with your equipment, all you have to do is go online to PremiumConwin.com and submit in the top right corner, contact us, send an email. Our customer service is really great about getting back to you. You can always reach out to me on Facebook or by email. I'm available either way, and I'm always happy to help and, you know, guide you on any questions you might have or troubleshoot your machine if I'm able to. So then, of course, there's standard housekeeping. You always want to make sure that your equipment is on a clean, dry, flat surface. You don't have any loose debris or confetti or cut papers or loose ribbons sitting around that could accidentally get sucked up into the motor. So it's really important that you have a flat, clean, like I said, dry surface with no loose debris laying around. Yeah, this thing is phenomenal. Best investment I ever made. Took my business, Valley Party Supply, from a very like slow couple columns here and there to, I mean, it was insane. I don't even know how to explain what it did for the business, but total game changer, highly recommended. And Brody's, you guys will have them on sale, which is really exciting. They're going to have them on sale during Balloon Boss Summit this November in Florida. So if you haven't bought a ticket and you are looking to get your hands on equipment to try it, guys, I didn't realize how amazing this piece of equipment was until I got my hands on it. So I tried it in Chicago at Parades, Profits, and Promotions with Joette, and I was immediately sold. I knew this was the piece of equipment I needed to get, and this completely was a total game changer. Took our decor completely to the next level. So it's amazing and worth every penny. And of course, it comes with that 1-year warranty. And you guys, we're good people. We support the balloon industry. We're family owned and operated. And so, you know, we're here for you. We're here for education. And we want to make the best piece of equipment and the best service for you guys. So are there any questions, Jen?
We don't have any questions right now, but a couple of people mentioned that they have used this piece of equipment before. So if anybody wants to open up their mic and share your experience, that would be fantastic.
Love to hear it.
I always tell people it's definitely my #1. And if you guys didn't hear, I am on my summer tour. You can see the details at BalloonCoach.com. And I have the Twin-Air with me. I also have a couple of other pieces of equipment like the foil inflator and the micro air. And on tour, when people are putting out hashtags after with pictures from the event, Liz is going to send a micro air to one lucky winner that will be picked from people being at the tour. So we'd love to hear from other people who've used the equipment. I know several of you popped in earlier about the Twin-Air. Feel free to let people know what you think of it or ask questions to Liz about the Twin-Air that she may not have covered.
This is Stacy from Fredericksburg. I actually love the Twin-Air as well. And I didn't know about that little button, so I can't wait till I get to the office later on this evening to push it and see how we go down by size. But that's absolutely great.
Good.
Thank
good.
you.
So go ahead. Oh, I think we lost you. Well, I'm glad. Go ahead.
No, I was done speaking. I was just saying I think highly of the machine as well. And I didn't know about that decrease button, but I certainly will look at that because I was counting, okay, 8, 9, 10 when I was doing the 3-footers. So, yeah, it'll save me some counting. I can save my math skills for something else.
Yes, absolutely. Save your brain cells. Yes. You don't have to pay attention or keep track of like how many it was. Occasionally I would be doing that and I was like, oh my gosh, did I count 7 or 8? What was it? Like I lose count. Do you know what I mean? So really, really a game changer, taking off that decimal and being allowed, you know, being able to just inflate past 9.9. So yay! You'll have to let me know how that goes. Tag me when you make some centerpieces or columns with that.
I wanted to say, this is Cynthia Hardy. After my 2nd year of doing balloons, I made the major investment of purchasing the Twin-Air 2. I saw it at a workshop I went to, and I was saying, oh my goodness, $1,400, I think is what I paid. I can't remember. But one of the things that it did, it saved me a tremendous amount of time because it would take me forever just to do a column at one time. But when I got that machine, my time went down to nothing, and I could knock a column out, organics, anything I use it for in no time. So I say, if you don't have it, get it. Thank you.
Thank you. That was fantastic. And I love that testimonial. And that is exactly what I experienced as well. So thank you for sharing that. Cut my time in more than half, and I was able to focus on marketing and focus on growing the business instead of working in my business. So it was like great investment. Anyone else?
Oh, I was gonna say hi. This is Shelly from Connecticut, and I have Twin-Air Sizer II as well. And I would say I absolutely love it because I do work by myself, and you're absolutely right. It saves a ton of time. I also want to say thank you so much about talking about that decimal point because I actually had to ship mine back because I thought I broke it. So, and when it came back, they're like, it's working fine. And then I learned about the power switch button, and that's what I had done unless I hit it when it was, unplugged. And yeah, so that was a great experience as well. But so thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. All right, guys, have a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, I've experienced that too, and I know as a decorator, it's total pure panic when your machine is on and you're like, oh my gosh, what happened? What did I touch? What's going on? How do I turn this off? It's broken. So I definitely wanted to share that experience about the red button versus the black button, the different sizes, taking the decimal off, because these are all like things that are designed to help you in decorating, but if you don't know about them, it could be quite shocking when your machine starts doing the things you weren't expecting. So
Very true.
thank you.
Hi, so my name is Bergen. I am I guess would be say new to the balloon industry, but I'm not new to the event plan industry. I'm a self-made event planner mostly for my kids, but I started doing balloon decor for other people, and I saw an ad for this Twin-Air Sizer, and I actually get it today. I have never tried it, so I'm so glad that you did this class because it's going to help me. So you unpacked it for me. I know what to expect. I'm really excited to get it today because I will tell you, when you were talking about filling stuff up and measuring it, that is the bane of my existence. I hate having to blow up a balloon, size it, blow the other one up, size it. So I just want to tell you, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. I have no doubt this is going to change. This is going to change your business. This is a lifesaver. This thing saves so much time. And you know what? I feel like people don't make the investment in a piece of equipment like this until they understand the value of their time. I didn't realize that when I was manually sizing everything. It wasn't until business started to pick up. I was promoting, I was pushing, business was growing, and suddenly I was having to do in Joette's workshop, I ended up selling a $7,000 decor package, and I was thinking, how am I going to do this on this micro, or it was the mini cool air, with one nozzle? I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to be staying up past midnight trying to just get the columns done, trying to build a backdrop. And it wasn't until I tried this and understood, okay, business is picking up. I have to move faster or I'm not going to be able to deliver on these kinds of jobs. Bought the Twin-Air Sizer and it changed the game. It suddenly we were knocking stuff out left and right, but it isn't until you really understand the value of time and understand that you could be using your time better and more effectively in growing your business than spending it on manually sizing and holding it while you're grabbing the other one and sizing. Oh, it's not quite there, size it again. So that time is so valuable, and by cutting it in half or by even greater, you can now use that on all the tips and tricks that Joette provides. She talks about promoting and how are you networking and how are you pushing your sales, right? So because you are your salesperson, you are pushing your product out there. So you can be more effective in growing your business by saving yourself time and investing in the right tools. This thing is, like I said, the Maserati of balloon equipment. This is my absolute favorite. And one thing I think that it holds above any other equipment is the fact that it's made with cool air technology. So all the air coming out, this is capable of running 300 hours straight. They actually tested this, you guys. They left it on for 300 straight hours. It didn't heat up. It was exactly the same as it was 300 hours prior. So this thing has actually, and honestly, they could have possibly done it longer than 300 hours, but at the 300-hour mark, they were like, okay, good, let's stop the test. We know this thing doesn't heat up and this will last and it's durable. And I mean, it's amazing. This thing's a power horse. So thank you for all of the feedback and the testimonials. That's super cool. And I'm excited for you to get yours. Try it out. Any other questions?
None in the chat.
Cool. Okay. Well, that's all I had for you today, you guys. If I could recommend anything for your business, it is getting the right equipment, understanding the value of your time, but getting you the right equipment to get the job that you're trying to do done, right? So if you're inflating twisted accents for your marquees, for instance, this can do it. If you're inflating 11-inch, 5-inch, double stuffed, non-double stuffed, bubbles, orbs for centerpiece toppers, this can do it. You don't have to have more than one piece of equipment to get the job done. This thing is phenomenal. It is, like I said, the Maserati of balloon equipment. This is my favorite. I'm so excited. Thank you, Joette, for inviting me on and for having me talk about the Twin-Air. This baby holds a special place in my heart because it basically made me the most efficient balloon decorator in the tri-state area. I mean, it was crazy. I was so fast. I'm already fast. This just made me super fast. So I was like,
That's the truth.
yeah. All right. Well, if you guys are good, I'm gonna let you guys continue talking and end this here. Again, if you get your Twin-Air Sizer II, try the little trick with the decimal, but register your warranty online at PremiumConwin.com. And good luck, you guys. I want to hear your success stories. Tag us on Instagram, tag us on Facebook. You guys, tag us anytime you make any decor using any of our equipment. I want to see that. I'm going to share that. I want to celebrate your wins. I want to celebrate your decor. I want to celebrate you. So tag Premium Conwin on all social media channels, and we will share your content. So, yay!
Thanks, Liz.
Thanks, Jen.
All right,
Appreciate
so
you.
Liz, what hashtag do you want them to use?
Hashtag Premium
What
Conwin.
hashtag do you want them to use?
Hashtag Premium Conwin.
Awesome.
Or you can use hashtag Premium Conwin or hashtag Made with Premium Conwin. Either one is good. And also, I'm glad you mentioned that, Joette, because if you have not gotten a ticket yet for her summer tour, there's nothing quite like being in the same room with like-minded individuals. Joette is a wealth of information, you guys. I learned what I learned, and I became successful working with Joette through her collaborations with other artists, making a wealth of information available to me, you guys. She changed the course of my business. So if you haven't bought a ticket yet for her summer tour, do it. Do it and then post your wins, show us photos, take a selfie, take photos with the group. Like Premium Conwin, we want to see that. We're excited to support Joette. We're excited to support education. We encourage it because you guys, it's only going to make you bigger. It's going to make you successful. It's going to teach you how to sell, how to work on your business rather than in your business. So use the tools that Joette has given you. Join her at the tour. And if you happen to buy a ticket, tag us. Use hashtag Premium Conwin and hashtag Balloon Boss and hashtag BalloonCoach Summer Tour. Yes.
Yep.
And yes, so put that on Facebook or Instagram and you'll be entered to win a free micro air. So we'll be giving that away August 14th, right, Joette?
Yes.
One lucky winner. Yes.
Awesome. All right, so Liz, thanks so much for another wonderful wealth of knowledge. What we're going to do is, Jen, you're going to turn off the recording, and those of us who are on live, this is the time where you can ask me questions. We've just gone across the state line to New York, and I have about 45 minutes till I get to where I'm going. So if my phone doesn't cut out for reception, you guys are welcome to ask me some questions for the next 10 to 15 minutes. So, Jen, if you can confirm to me when the recording